Awesome. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm here today with Olya Clem, who is an amazing healer here in Anchorage, Alaska. And we connected over Instagram. Yay, Instagram. And as most of you listening know, I am obsessed with healing and new healing tools and trying all the things to see how we can really become our best self, how we can overcome the traumatic and tough parts of our past. And I started hearing a lot about something called brain spotting. And I had a few close friends and family members who have actually gone through this and were telling me how amazing it was. And I hadn't tried it yet. And then I found Olya, and we recently did a session together, and she's all about brain spotting. So I wanted to have her on. So thank you, Olya, first of all, so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Blaze. I'm very excited to be here.
Oh, awesome. Well, I would love for you to just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you and what brought you to this work and how long you've been in Alaska.
So my name is Olya Clem, and I am a therapist. I'm a licensed professional counselor here in town. I'm in my office right now on the South Side. I have been in this field for quite a number of years, and doing mental health work for majority of my life, but I always knew I wanted to be a therapist. That's actually the reason I came from Russia 18 years ago, because I knew that that's something that would be much easier, and there's more opportunity here. So that's been the plan all along. And soon after getting into the field, I knew I wanted to do trauma therapy. And so that's been something I've been pursuing for the last 10 years since my graduation. And right now I'm in private practice here in town, working with adults 18 and up, or helping them heal from trauma that happened to them.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I think it takes so much courage to go into this field and learn how to take care of yourself while you're helping others heal, because I think it can probably be really intense for you too. And so, yeah, I mean, just thank you for having the courage to help people. So,
Thank you, Blaze. It means a lot. I think it's the beauty of this work is that as people heal around you, you get to heal parts of yourself as well. So I love what I do. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
yeah, that's so great. So tell us about brain spotting. There are a few different modalities out there. Like I have done EMDR, EFT tapping, and I feel like both of those are also where you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but it is helping, And so if you can describe brain spotting, I'm not going to do a good job of it, but I know it has great healing benefits. So please describe to us what is it?
Brainspotting is a new approach to healing that was created inside the therapy room. That's part of what I love about it. It was discovered with an actual person in the moment. And it is an experiential kind of therapy. You're right. It is rather better once experienced than described. So that's where I struggle, or the best way to put it into words is that, first of all, brain spotting is neurologically based. It's based on the knowledge of what we know about the brain and how it heals. But it is also experiential, meaning that at the heart of the healing in this modality is the experience that is facilitated in the therapy room and experienced by the person who is doing the healing, putting their nervous system in charge of how it's done, which is, I think, is revolutionary to brain spotting, because a lot of times you come into therapy, and I know when we've met, I've talked about it, that we want to give the person as much control over their own healing as we can, but it is very hard with other modalities. With the brain spotting, you you are the source of your own healing, and therapist is there to support and follow you, which is, I find, as brain spotting therapist and client, amazingly empowering. Isn't that all we want when we heal from trauma? The control being given back to us, right?
Yeah, great point. Great point. Yeah, and so we recently did a session together, and excuse me, I got to try brain spotting for the first time, and I really didn't know what to expect. And it was so interesting. So I'm going to describe some of it and have you explain a little bit more of the why. But one of the first things we did was you had these headphones. I can't even remember what it's called, but they sit on the outside, like right
Mm-hmm.
here instead of in the ear. What is that called again?
Bone conducting headphones.
Yes. So these bone conducting headphones that were playing like this light guitar music the whole
Mhm.
time. And you had this pointer that I was looking at, and I don't really know what was going on. I was following you, but at the same time, I did feel like I was leading it,
Yes.
which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you gave me space and the more I kind of just leaned into it, the new places my brain went, and it really was a very healing experience for me. And I even thought that I was choosing like a topic that wasn't going to be too intense to heal, but it ended up being really deep healing. And so, first of all, thank you. Like that was amazing.
You're so welcome. It was an amazing experience to be witnessing.
Well, and even at the end, you said, I explained all this stuff that went on in my mind as we were going through this process. And you said, well, do you realize, it's been like 15 minutes and you just had this whole experience. And I really got to go back and heal a part of my life that I've never tried to heal before. And
Mm-hmm.
that was powerful. So, can you talk a little bit about why do you put the music
Mm-hmm.
on and some of the eye movement?
Mm-hmm. I'll start with eye movement if that's okay. So there's no per se eye movement in brain spotting. What the core discovery, one of the core discoveries of it is that retinal tissue inside of our eye, as well as the optical nerve connected to it, contains many cells that have direct communication with parts of our brain where distressing experiences are stored. And so, with that eye position, which is pointer helping a client locate, the eye position stimulates your eye in a certain way that talks with the inside of your brain in a way that is healing. And so I sometimes describe it as a keyhole. The brain spot provides the keyhole access to the parts of your brain that need healing. So that's why I use the pointer. And the music that you described, I don't know if you remember, Blaze, but it shifted from ear to ear. That is a bilateral music that stimulates both hemispheres of your brain, which there is 20 plus years of discovery around that. That bilateral stimulation or bilateral stimulation, which is similar, help your brain heal on a level that's deep, efficient, and sustained. So the combination of those two, alongside with the attuned presence from the therapist, our nervous systems talking and holding each other, is basically brain spotting at its core and is how healing is facilitated.
Okay. Yeah, it's just so interesting. I'm just so excited that there are so many different ways to heal and that people are starting to discover them, share them and having social media to have this way to share with many more people who are interested. I'd also love to share a little bit about what I experienced personally in that session because it might be helpful to somebody else. Um, so you had said that I could pick really anything to focus on, small or large. Like it could be, I don't remember what, something like getting cut off in traffic or, these kind of day to day anger issues or whatever, or like a
Mhm.
deep older wound. So I've realized I have like some trust issues in relationships, and I have this very sweet boyfriend, and he's like, "Where is this even coming from?" And I'm like, good question, because I've had all these amazing boyfriends. Not that many, but uh, but but it's pretty easy for me to go back to this one guy, one of my first boyfriends in high school, who was a total idiot, and everyone since then, 10 or 15 guys that have been absolutely sweetheart boyfriends that did not hurt me in any way. I still had trauma from that very first time because it was the first time that I was like, oh, some people are liars or like bad, manipulative, sneaky, like all those things that I never experienced that before that person. And really not since, but it stuck with me. It like did something to
Mhm.
my brain, and made me so weary of so many people after that. And so that's what I decided to focus on in our session was like, let's go talk to that guy. Um, and it ended up being almost like this. I hear a lot about inner child healing, and this was like inner teenager healing, which I've never thought of in my whole life as a thing to do. But there I was in my high school bedroom, me as an adult who is very confident and gets what she wants and knows how to say what she needs. They're comforting like my inner 15-year-old, 16-year-old, me. And to be able to go through that process and like let her feel sad, feel mad, feel embarrassed, all the things that came up through that experience for me, to just really support her through that and be like, I got you now. And also, there's all these other amazing people. And then I think one of my favorite parts of the whole session was, and you helped with this because you didn't cut me off anywhere. You really
Mm-hmm.
let me just keep, even when I was like, am I supposed to be done now? You're just quiet. And so I went deeper. And in that, I invited this guy into the room and made him get down on his knees and apologize. And I as the adult, had a lot to say to him about how he treated people and how he needs to not do that and apologize and then disappear forever. And while teenager me was like behind my shoulder, like, ooh, so it was just this really neat healing experience for me. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just wanted to, share that because there might be other people that are like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I need to go tell my inner teenager, like, I'm sorry that happened. And that was really messed up. And now we're awesome and we know what to do and when to see the red flags and, um,
Mm-hmm.
being there for
I
ourselves.
think it's so important what you're sharing, Blaze. I'm so grateful you're sharing that because I want our viewers to know too. We've known each other for 10 minutes before that. And then, nor did any of that intervention come from me, right? None of those, like, this terrific work came from me, nor could it, right? Me knowing very little about you. It's the gift only you can give yourself. And it is where you needed to go on your pace and the wonderful thing about brain spotting, what I love is sometimes people have negative experiences in therapy, right? And so this allows you to heal safely and be in control of how much you let other people in on your work, right? And do it in a way that's organic for you. Because I have no way of knowing you needed to do that parts work that day. Like, right? You didn't probably know until the moment it came to you. And that being able to give people freedom back and the creativity in how they heal, I think it's amazing. And it's amazing on the other end of the room as well, where if people are in a position of a healer, it's sometimes comes with a lot of expectations of yourself and of what people bring into you. It allows you to come back to what you do best, which is holding people in their pain, to let them heal at the pace and frame that they need to, which is what I love about brain spotting. That's why I'm so passionate about bringing it to Anchorage Healing Community.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, share with me, you said you're bringing it to the community, and I know that you have an event coming up with another practitioner of some sort. So, tell us about that.
Well, I'm thrilled about it beyond belief. I've been trained in brain spotting. I got trained 4 years ago, I believe. And the person who trained me, his name is Gunnar Ebbesen. He's a terrific clinician from Fairbanks. And we've been working ever since in different capacities. And next week, October 14th through 16th, we get to bring a phase one brain spotting in person in Anchorage to our Alaska community, which is I'm beyond thrilled. And one of them things I'm so excited about is it is open not only to therapists, but to addiction counselors, mental health providers, prescribers. It is open to medical professionals who work with trauma, physical therapists, acupuncturists, energy workers, students. Maybe you've been trained in brain spotting online and looking to bring an in-person aspect to it. The training is open to all. um, of those people. So I'm excited for people to hear, as many people to hear about it as they can, to be able to offer that, because another one won't be offered in person for probably another year.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Well, we will definitely add links to where people can read more about that and sign up. And that's really exciting. And then for anyone who maybe is not available for those days, how are some other ways that we can work with you?
Absolutely. Well, my practice is open and accepting new clients. So if you're looking at a new wave of healing in your life, I would love to talk to you about that. Please follow the links on my profile at Common Thread Counseling. I'm a brain consultant. So if you're looking to grow as a brain practitioner, I can help you with that as well. I'm also running Brain Alaska networking group. So if you're looking for a brain therapist anywhere in Alaska, I would love to connect you with one. So please reach out and let me know. Brainspotting trainings are available online nationwide and worldwide. So for that, you can go to brainspotting.com and find one if you can't make it to the one in person in Anchorage. But I would encourage people strongly to look into it, check out the videos on brainspotting.com, and just be open to this new opportunity to heal, because I think it's truly amazing.
I do too. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today. And maybe we'll dive in again in a couple months, do some more sessions, share some more breakthroughs. I would say that we could just, show a session, but it's mostly me sitting there. All the things to look at are going on in my head. So,
It's
but
not the
thank
most
you.
thrilling experience to observe sometimes, but it's truly rich insight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Olya. And I will make sure that we share all the links to ways to find you. And I also encourage everybody to, keep finding those ways to heal so that you can live your most epic life. So thank you so much. I'll talk to
Thank
you
you,
again
please, for
soon.
having me. Thank you.